Right, YouTube, welcome to another episode. As you might have guessed by the Michelin Man impression, it's winter now here, and it's really windy and cold, and it was snowing this morning. It's just horrible, so it's the perfect time to go and work on the car. So this episode is going to be like a £200 subtle aesthetics improvement. Now, the things I've installed on the car, everyone and their grand's probably done an episode on how to install them. So there's not much point just doing like a DIY for things that there's loads of videos on how to install. So what I just thought I'd do is install these, and then we can have a little look at before and after, see how it's certainly changed the look of the FN2. So the plan was to install all these three items together, but for various reasons these wind deflectors have got a little mark on them, so the seller has offered some money back and just asked if I fit them to make sure I'm happy before I get the money back. The other things, a couple of bits turned up damaged, so I'm waiting for replacements, and then another I'm still waiting to be delivered because I only ordered that today. So these are the wind deflectors. There's one of them out the box. So they should come with some clips, which I've seen already, which are down there somewhere. So I think I'm going to have to go and give the window a clean, have a clean around where the window slots up into the door. Leave that to dry. Then I'll start installing the old wind deflectors. What a bloody nightmare. I'm trying to film some nice before cinematics with my gimbal, and the wind's just blowing the camera around all over the place, so I've done it as good as I can. So there we are. There's one of the wind deflectors, so this will be the passenger side. So we've got a tiny bit of adhesive over here and a bigger bit over here, so where the wing mirrors comes out, and then we've got 4 little clips as well. So according to the really hard to read instructions on the packaging, I think you put a clip down where this adhesive is, and you also put a clip where this adhesive is. And from doing a bit of research online, if I put this down, so the clips are kind of U-shaped, so they go up into the channel, and one side has got a little spiky bit on it. Not sure whether you'll be able to see that. So from what I can gather, that spiky bit goes on the inside, so nearest the inside of the car, but those go in after you put the wind deflector in. So I've just watched a couple of videos on YouTube. One, I think it's a Polish one with some very jolly music, and the other one was like a minute how to install your Heko wind deflectors, but they're not that clear. There's no talking, you just got to try, and you can't really figure out which way the clips are going in. So I think, don't quote me on that, but I think the spiky bit goes nearest the inside of the car, because I suppose on the other side there's nothing for it to hook onto, because it's just metal, I think, on the side nearest the outside of the car, if that makes sense. So I've cleaned the car, I've cleaned the window, I've cleaned the channel where this is going to sit. I've left it to dry. You don't really need to see me do that. Probably the camera will blow over anyway, but I should try and film the next bit, so hopefully the camera doesn't go flying. Right, the wind deflectors are in. That was a pain in the ass. To get the actual deflector in nice and easy, it's just those clips. It's like they're not designed for the car. Probably not actually. The one by the wing mirror, that goes in fine. So on the clip package, it shows you where to put them. So one on the little bit, sort of the vertical bit by the wing mirror, and then it says to put the other one kind of on the opposite side of the window, so the vertical bit right at the top. But it's just they're too deep for the channel that it can go in, and they just don't seem to fit in properly. Whether they're going to stay or not, I don't know. They don't really go straight into the channel because of the shape of the plastic of the wind deflector. They need to kind of go at an angle, and there's hardly any channel for them to fit in. So are they going to stay there? I don't know. I may have to, if they fall out, I'll have to try and stick them in somehow. But yeah, that was a chuffing ball ache. So now it's time for stage 2 of this visual makeover. I'll probably just keep calling it loads of different things. I don't know what to call it yet. So I have got the gloss black covers from Carbon My Ride. So this is obviously the fuel cap. And then I have 2 door handle covers as well. So these come with, this one's 3M tape, and this one's a similar sort of thing. But I know, I think it was Cowabunga Car Diaries, they were saying that it's worthwhile sticking something extra on there just to make sure they stay on nice and tight. So I'll probably put a bit of Tiger Seal, something like that, just to make sure they stick nicely. So what I'll probably do, I've got some wet wipes because I couldn't be bothered to bring out some soapy water, and I'll clean the door handles and the fuel cap, and then get some adhesive and stick them on. Probably try and clamp them on. I've got a few of these sort of clamps, if I can get that to open. Not sure whether that's going to fit in the door handle or not, but we shall see. So I'm halfway through, well, I'm saying halfway, I've jacked up my car ready to put the coilovers on. But I was feeling a bit rough today, so I thought I would do something nice and easy, and this is perfect now because it's horrible outside. It's been raining the whole time, so I've been waiting absolutely ages to do these and continue the aesthetics stuff that I was doing. So at least now it's in the garage, nice and dry, so I might as well do that now. So let's crack on. Right, so I've cleaned up the existing door handles and the fuel cap. So what I'm going to do, instead of using those little clamps on the doors anyway, because they don't really fit in there. Because I'm doing this in the garage, I've obviously got a wall either side, so I've cut a couple of bits of wood and just cut a little V shape into it. So what I'll do is I'll, once I've glued them on, I'll wedge that against the wall, and I'll put a bit of cloth over this end so I don't damage the new covers, and I'll just wedge them on. Probably leave that overnight just so it glues nice and tight onto the door handles. Right, so clever me just wasn't recording. Joke. So I've just peeled off the cover for the adhesive that comes on the caps, and then I've just, my Tiger Seal's all solid this side, so I've just cut a hole in it just so I can squeeze them out the side. So hopefully that should be enough. The grey bit on the left there should be the same as that silver bit on the left there. You'll focus. Right, there's that one stuck on. Right, let's see if I can film it this time. Not be a dopey idiot. So I'm trying to be a bit liberal with the tiger seal because I don't want it squeezing out from the edges when I put it on. I find in these bits on the other door handle weren't going quite up flush to the existing handle. I don't want to put stuff there in case it squidges out. Right, there's the passenger side one on. So I'm not too pleased about this bit. Bit of wiggle where it needs to be tighter to the existing handle. Not sure how you can do that exactly unless you make a tool like this that fits perfectly and just pushes in that edge and the corresponding bottom edge. So I'm not really sure what to do about that because I can't. I mean, this bit's nice and snug where I've wedged it on, but this side I can't get it nice and flush. So yeah, we'll see what it looks like tomorrow, and then I may need to get very fine super glue nozzle under there to get some glue under this bit here. We shall see. Right, so it's the next day now. I've got to do the coilover, so I need to get rid of the bits of wood that are propped up against the door handles so I can move around the car. So I've left it about 18 hours, so it should be stuck. Got lots of fingerprints all over them, as you'd expect. Okay, yeah, that didn't stick very well. Oh no, it's the whole door handle. Oh, so it's, yeah, it's stuck to the existing door handle fine, but it looks like the existing door handle is broken. What a pain. That one feels like it's stuck nicely. Yeah, again, I don't know. The door handle's supposed to be like this, or they both just happen to be broken. Yeah, it's stuck fine to the existing handle. It's just the existing handle is moving around like a little bugger. So this is part 3. I've got all 4 Solarplexius tint window inserts, whatever you want to call them. So hopefully they're going to be going in today. So I've just cleaned the inside of the 4 windows to stop any crud being trapped in there. So I've actually got some decent instructions, which is very rare in this day and age, as I'm sure you're all aware. So you can see I've got the 4 different windows, got some gloves to use and some of these little inserts that you're supposed to use to stop them rattling around. So annoyingly my camera turned off, but there's the first one in. Needs a bit of shuffling around just to get it in the right place. It was a real pain in the arse. It was so difficult to get in. I thought it was for the wrong car, but it went in the end with a bit of perseverance. I just kind of got this end in first, tried to get it in around this side and the other side behind the trim until I was just left, got to about there, and then I managed to poke the end in and then just slide it up against the window. So that's in. I won't do any of the inserts or anything yet. I'll get all the rest in first. Here's somewhere you don't see me very often. It's in the back of the FN2. Pretty good job. If I sit up straight, yeah, I ain't sitting here. Anyway, so I'm obviously in the back of the car to do the two side windows. So from having done the two in the boot, I've had the brainwave of actually starting off the unpeeling before I get into it. So I've done that on both of them to make it easier, because you really can't do that with the gloves on. So top tip for today. So yeah, I'm going to get these in. You're supposed to put these bits in first, but you might have noticed when I did the big one and the boot, I left them till last because I was struggling to do it the way that they said. So yeah, copy me at your own peril, because you might end up snapping these bits off, but mine went in all right. So yeah, let's get those two side ones in. As soon as you unwrap these, they're just a magnet to fluff. It's a bit of a pain, but what can you do? That was nice and easy, wasn't it? Now I'm sure there's some perfectly good instructions online about where to put the inserts, but you know me, I like to discover the hard way and just make it up as I go along. So let me show you where I put the inserts for the two boot windows. So I've gone right in the corner there, same on the other side. Managed to just get the whole thick bit of that insert behind the trim. And I've also put one in the middle, I don't know if you can see that. I gave the window a bit of a poke to see where it was loose. It was there and there. The rest of it's pretty snug. So I'll see if it rattles, and I can always add some more. It seems to come with 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which is a bit of a weird number. But there we are. I'm sure there's something online which explains why there's 14. Bloody fly managed to get in there. I've only put one clip. I won't touch the window because I've taken my gloves off, but it feels really secure that side, so I'll just leave it with the one insert for the time being. Done to that side. So I'll just drive around for a bit, see if I can hear anything rattling. As you might have guessed, the two side ones are a lot easier than the two rear. Two side ones, piece of piss. Yeah, nothing to them really. Sheesh. Not a bad job. It's nice to not be rolling around in the dirt and oil for a change. Right, so quick update. Just been for a drive and both the rear ones slid down. So I've added an insert there and over on the other side. So that's it for the three things I wanted to do. I put £200 as the cost on the thumbnail, but I did get the Solarplexius window tints on a discount. So I think if you bought it full price, the three things I've done would be about 200, but I think I paid about 170 all in. So I think it's time for a little comparison, a little before and after, don't you think? was trying to film the tints from the outside and it's just too sunny, so I thought maybe we'll have a little look, see what it looks like from inside. So you can see a comparison there. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with the sort of subtle transformation of the car. You know, it's nothing too drastic, and I'm sure people are going to say, you know, you could have done this was cheaper, or done this as well, but I didn't want to do everything in one episode. I'd have no content left. So I thought I'd do these three things, and then yeah, it's kind of like a £200 budget to do, you know, just to make it a bit OEM plus. So I'm pleased with the Carbon by Ride covers. I think they look really cool. The window tints, so far I haven't driven anywhere yet, but you know, they seem pretty cool. Definitely improve the look of the car, and you know, it makes it harder for people to look into your car, I guess, if you want to keep stuff in the back. The only thing I was a little bit disappointed with was the Heko, or yeah, I think it's Heko, the wind deflectors. There was a very fine scratch on it. I think it looked like it had come from a Stanley knife, which fair enough, I got £8 off. But then afterwards I noticed some more damage, so I'll have to try and touch that up with a bit of black paint. But yeah, I was a bit disappointed about that, but there we are. So in terms of more aesthetics, I want to get some side skirts, like a front splitter, rear splitter, or diffuser, whatever you want to call it. I definitely want to get them, so I'll be doing that soon. Probably some engine bay, top the engine bay up a bit. I'm going to be refurbishing and changing the colour of the OEM wheels. Probably get some nice wheel nuts to go with them. I'm sure you're already subscribed, but in case you're not, go and check out Cowbun Car Diaries, Dyno Days, and also Robster VTech. Yeah, he's pushing for 500 subscribers this year, so if you haven't go and checked out his channel, you've got to do it because it's brilliant. He's such a nice guy and hilarious as well, so go and check out his channel. So thanks for watching as always. Please like, subscribe, chuck a comment down below. Hit the notifications bell, and I shall see you on the next one. Cheers guys.